Hi, my name is Jamie Morgan, and this is my online presentation for Drama 70. The option I chose was option 1, to analyze a character and the roles they played. I also chose to talk a little bit about the cinematography, as I think it played a big part in the movie as well. The character I chose to analyze is, of course, Chris. The actor portraying Chris is Emile Hirsch. I chose this movie because it's by far the most favorite movie we've watched in the class, and I really admire Chris's journey and the obstacles and the struggles he went through to be free and be happy. I also chose this movie because I'll be doing my final project on this movie, so learning about it and talking about it will be good when I start my final project as well. Into the Wild is about a free spirit young man named Chris McCandless. He's basically lived a life by what his parents want him to do. They're very wealthy. They live in the suburbs. He just went to college. He got two bachelor's degrees, and the last dinner or lunch he had with his parents, he told them how he was going to be applying to law school. They were very pleased, very happy. His parents were very successful. But Chris was the kind of guy who was free, and he didn't want to worry about materialistic things. One quote that I got from him is that when you want something in life, you just got to reach out and grab it. And that's how Chris kind of lived his life. He wanted to be in nature and to be free. And that's why he took his journey to Alaska. When he first went to Alaska, he didn't tell anybody. In the movie, we seen that he was really close to his sister, who was actually the narrator of the movie Into the Wild. But he didn't even tell her. One thing I liked about Chris is that he was very heartwarming, and he really cared about people and cared about things. And I think Emile Hirsch portrayed him that way. I've read many interviews and articles, and Emile really showed his story, how it really was. One thing that I remember is in the beginning of the movie, Chris was hunting for game to eat, and he had his shotgun, and he was gonna kill a moose, and he seen that she had a young with her, and so his heart he couldn't do it, so he didn't kill her. And then another scene from the movie that I really liked is when he was almost gonna call his family and probably let them know that he's okay and that he loves them. But he seen across, there was a older man talking on the phone, expressing his love to his wife. And Chris, his quarter, he had $1, but he gave it to that old man. And I think Emile, and the role he had of being a heart-loving person, really showed in those scenes. Emile Hirsch did a great job. I felt like I was actually watching Chris play out his life. He had a big role of taking on this story, the popular story, and I think he did good. And he portrayed the life to show us, the viewers, how Chris was. He wanted to be free. He wanted to go live in the wild, in the nature, and not have to worry about things. Before he left, he cut up all his IDs, and he named himself Alex. He burnt all his money. He wouldn't take money from people. He wanted to survive on his own and live the life that Chris wanted to live. The cinematography that I liked about the movie was how it portrayed life, how it was in the 1990s, the cars, the people, how the people act, the views of the nature of Alaska. It was beautiful. The lighting of it, it was just how I would imagine Alaska to be. The cars they drove, the way they dressed, how they looked, how they acted, all portrayed how it was in the 1990s. The views of the nature when he was out hunting, the buses that they were in, the people he met, and how they acted. I think we're all on point and all showed. I think the movie being made in the 1990s, I think it was still good, and it still showed good views of how the nature was, and it portrayed the realness of when Chris was out there in the wild. Thank you. That's it for my oral presentation.